The 1930s were a time of great uncertainty. The world was still reeling from the Great Depression. It had left millions jobless and desperate. In Europe, new ideologies were taking hold. Totalitarian regimes were on the rise, promising strength and prosperity. In Germany, Adolf Hitler and his Nazi party rose to power. They exploited the economic hardship and political instability. Hitler's ideology was built on hatred and aggression. He wanted to expand German territory and establish Aryan dominance. Meanwhile, in Italy, Benito Mussolini had established a fascist dictatorship. He also promoted aggressive nationalism and imperial ambitions. Japan, under Emperor Hirohito, was increasingly militaristic. It sought to expand its influence in Asia. These factors created a volatile global landscape. The world was like a powder keg, waiting for a spark to ignite it. The Treaty of Versailles, signed after World War I, played a significant role in the events leading up to World War II. The treaty was meant to ensure peace. However, it created deep resentment and instability, particularly in Germany. The treaty blamed Germany for the war and imposed harsh penalties. Germany lost territory and was burdened with heavy reparations. This fueled German anger and humiliation. Hitler exploited this resentment. He promised to restore German glory and overturn the treaty's injustices. Throughout the 1930s, Germany began to rearm itself, violating the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. Hitler's actions were met with apprehension but limited resistance from other European powers. Many hoped to avoid another devastating war. They adopted a policy of appeasement, giving in to Hitler's demands in the hope that it would satisfy his ambitions. This appeasement only emboldened Hitler. It convinced him that he could continue to act aggressively without facing serious consequences. In 1938, Hitler annexed Austria into Germany. This was a clear violation of the Treaty of Versailles. However, the international community did little to stop him. Emboldened by this success, Hitler turned his attention to Czechoslovakia. He demanded the Sudetenland, a region with a large German population. The Munich Agreement, signed in September 1938, became a symbol of appeasement's failure. Britain and France, led by Neville Chamberlain and Edouard Daladier respectively, agreed to Hitler's demands. They hoped to avoid war. However, this only delayed the inevitable. On September 1, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. This act of aggression shattered the fragile peace. Britain and France, realizing that appeasement had failed, declared war on Germany 2 days later. World War II had begun. The invasion of Poland